Welcome to the Ayurvedic Way, where we explore ancient health and cooking secrets from India that have helped people live in balance for thousands of years. I'm Randall Mark.
I'm Amrita Sondhi. Today we're going to show you how to spice up your life. We're cooking a tasty eggplant curry and a fresh green masala fish.
We're also going to go spice shopping with celebrity chef Vikram Vij. Stick around, it's going to be a great show. On this episode of the Ayurvedic Way, we're talking about the importance of spice. In the Ayurvedic system, Amrita, they've been doing this for thousands of years. They have learned how to get spices to balance the body properly and give you energy. I get scared of using spices sometimes. I don't know what I'm doing. What dish are we making today and what spices are involved?
We're making a spicy eggplant curry. And the key spice in this is popping of the mustard seeds.
These are going to be hot, spicy black mustards. Oh, is that? Oh, they're on.
Oh, they're perfect. That's perfect.
Okay, you're going to fire those. Okay, heating the oil up.
Okay. Woo! And they'll spice up. And as soon as
they're
they
popping.
pop,
They're popping.
Can you see,
yeah. Whoa, cover it. Cover it.
Popping like popcorn. Whoa.
I love that.
That popping like popcorn is key. And as soon as they've popped, you've got to throw your onions in.
Okay.
Or they will burn.
What's the popping doing? That's releasing all the spice?
It's releasing the wonderful spices, yes.
Oh, I love that.
And that, as you asked me, what's the key to the dish? That's one of the keys. The mustard seeds will warm vata, so it calms vata, and it peps up kapha. It gets it going if kapha's feeling sluggish. And pita, if it's in balance, as Randall's a pita, absolutely loves it.
I
if
do.
If he's in balance, great.
So some of these I'm familiar with. Obviously, you've got the turmeric, which I love.
Yeah, let's throw the turmeric in.
Okay, turmeric, we've got cayenne, salt, and what's this?
And that's hing. It's
what
asafoetida.
I don't even know what you just said.
Asafoetida it helps people digest vegetables. And eggplant is a nightshade, so it's nice to have asafoetida in this dish because it helps with the digestion. There's some people actually add it to lentils as well.
Okay.
You never need more than 1/8 of a teaspoon. Remember that. Okay, so hing. Oh, can you smell the hing? That's the asafoetida smell.
I'm adding the tomatoes.
Tomatoes are coming in.
Tomatoes, and the eggplant. Now you can cover that right up, I guess.
Yep, we can cover this up. Again, we'll like to steam it in its own juices. That brings out the most flavor from these vegetable dishes.
So we've been letting this simmer now for 5-10 minutes. All the vegetables are nice and soft. Let's open that up. Oh, wow. That is incredible. That's what I love about cooking with spices. Look at that. All those onions and that turmeric are all coating all those veggies. I love cooking with spice.
Huh? And the aroma is so great. And the color from the turmeric has just nicely colored these eggplants. It smells so good in here. Okay, so
I'm going to peas.
Yeah, the peas. And now we add the extra water. But by now the flavors have come out and into the dish from the vegetables.
So how come you don't add water in the beginning? Why only now?
That's why.
Can you do it now only?
Now is fine because the flavors have all married in there. Oh, God. This is so good. Whoa.
I love that.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So now you're covering up again.
Yep.
Letting the flavors all stay inside there,
Yes.
all the spices releasing.
Yes.
I absolutely love cooking with you because you are gutsy. You go after all sorts of great spices. I love that about you. So we're gonna let this cook for a little bit more?
Yep.
Okay. So we've been letting this cook and simmer for about 10 minutes. I can plate it now?
Yeah, let's plate it. Look at it.
Oh,
Look
that
how
looks
gorgeous
amazing.
that looks.
The colors, all the spices that are just, just put it right in there. Look at that.
Exactly. Well, that's a nice job.
Yeah, I'm going to just actually scrape out the rest of it because there's some fantastic spices right in the bottom.
Yeah, that's right. The
Look at that.
best is in
Look
the
at that.
end.
I love that.
Beautiful.
Now you want a little, what is that, cilantro?
Yeah, a little bit of cilantro.
Now this has got fantastic popping spices in there. I love the black mustard seeds, how they're just popping right out of the pan. This was a really fun dish to make. Oh, it's just incredible, the smells all in the kitchen here. Coming up next, we make a fresh green masala with fish. Welcome back to the Ayurvedic Way. On this episode, we're talking about the importance of spice. So many of us get scared of using fresh spice. We just go to the drawer when you put salt and pepper. But in the Ayurvedic system, they have done this for thousands of years. They've used beautiful, fresh spices to actually balance their body. Explain why spices are so important for the health of our bodies.
Spices calm the doshas or pep them up. So kapha, which is the earth dosha, sometimes if it's out of balance, it gets sluggish. Now, it would love this dish because we're using mustard seeds we're going to pop. We're using chilies that have pep it up. The warming ginger will pep it up, the garlic, and so will it warm vata. Vata tends to get cold. That's the wind. And when vata gets cold, it likes to be warm to bring brought back into balance. Now, Pitta naturally, as you know.
I got the energy. I'm fiery.
Yeah, but
I do gravitate to the spice still, but this is it's a dish I love to eat, but I don't necessarily need it all the time.
Well, if Pitta was too fiery, then Randall would want to eat more calming dishes.
So what this is called a fresh masala. What you were using fish.
Yeah.
This is a cod.
Yeah.
And you can use paneer cheese, which is an Indian cheese that doesn't melt.
Exactly. And paneer, you can. There's recipes for it in my book, The Modern Ayurvedic Cookbook. You can learn to make it yourself. We've done it on another episode. And it's beautiful if you want to keep this as a vegetarian dish. We've decided to use fish, and we've got the essential omega-3s in the fish, as you know how good fish is for you.
Okay, so now where are you going to be just, we got the ghee, which is that clarified butter. We did that in another episode where we skimmed off the top.
Yeah.
This is the beautiful what we got left.
The impurities are taken out of it, and ghee does not have to be
refrigerated.
Okay,
and we're going to basically caramelize onions in this beautiful ghee.
Yeah, exactly. And ghee is also good for improving the memory. Ooh. And
that looks great.
So nice. It adds flavor, incredible flavor. It lubricates the connective tissues in the body and improves memory.
We'll let this caramelize for a bit. So we've let our onions caramelize. We've put them on the back burner here.
Look how gorgeous these look.
Gorgeous. So now we put the spices in. We've got some black peppercorns here.
Just pop them right in.
Okay. We've got bay leaves. Okay, we've got pop them in whole. We got, what are these guys? Cloves. Cloves right in there.
Add that bitter, pungent taste.
Look at that fresh garlic. Oh, I love all that garlic.
And the 6 tastes is so important in Ayurveda. Salty, sour, sweet, pungent, bitter, and astringent. And through the use of spices, we get all those 6 tastes.
I just added the
There's the fresh ginger. That's warming for vata. It calms the wind.
And the chilies.
There's the fresh green chilies. Now remember with the chilies, it depends how hot they are. So test them before you throw them all in. I know this is not a very hot jalapeno we threw in there, but if it was a hot serrano, maybe we'd put less.
Okay, so that's just going to sit there nice and get warm. It's already ready to go.
Okay, we've been heating our oil up here.
Okay, I'm going to try these.
A little bit of oil.
These black mustard seeds.
The key is the spice in this dish.
Okay, they're not quite ready. Almost ready.
Almost ready?
I think it's ready. Should I fire them in?
Fire them in.
Okay, you get ready with that lid because when they start popping,
they're going to start popping.
It gets crazy pants.
Yeah, there they go.
Are they?
So, and this is the key, as we've shown you in a few episodes.
Oh, there they go. They're getting at us. I love that. It's like popcorn, and it's a party in the kitchen. I love it.
Okay, perfect. Now we throw in the turmeric.
Woo!
Okay, now throw in the halibut. Throw it in.
This is actually cod.
Nice. Whoa! We almost had a fire, Randall.
That's what I want. I want a fire.
We have to be careful.
Okay,
that's great. Oh, nice.
Oh, look at that. That's exactly what I dream of.
Beautiful. And the turmeric is a natural antibiotic. And it adds the bitter taste that's prized in Ayurveda. We all are made up of all 3 doshas, vata, pitta, kapha.
Okay, so I want you to see that. Okay, we have to cover that now. We let the fish cook, okay? You grab the lid. So our fish is simmering. Our spices are almost ready. We're adding some cilantro to our spice mix. Is that right? Just dump it right in?
Just dump it in.
Well, actually, no. You
wanted me to just a little bit.
You wanted me to do this with the sour cream. Why is that?
I'm so glad you remember things, Randall. This is so that this doesn't curdle.
So I just mix this up.
If you mix a little bit with the sour cream before you add it to the mixture, then it won't curdle.
Okay, now is it ready? I can put it in now?
Yeah, but let's do that after we add the cilantro.
Cilantro is next.
So let's add the cilantro first.
You wanted me to save a little bit of the cilantro?
Yeah, just to garnish and look so nice with the fish.
Okay.
This is why it's called a fresh green masala, because we use so many fresh ingredients, like the fresh cilantro, we use the fresh green chilies, the fresh ginger.
Oh, that looks amazing.
The fresh garlic, which is a natural
antibiotic. Can I put this sour cream mix in now?
Yep, sure.
You're just going to coat that all up?
Yep.
Okay, look at that.
Now we can take this off the heat.
Wow, that looks so good. Like this whole kitchen is just full of this smell. So you're going to plate that guy up?
It does smell perfect.
I'm getting the fish because I'm getting
excited too. Okay.
Look at this. Look at this fish.
And all the good stuff is, woo, 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 woo. So nice.
Okay.
At the bottom here is all the good stuff. Whoa.
Okay, I'm putting this fish
Okay.
on there. Look at that. You can't beat that. Covered in that black, these are black mustard seeds. There, look at that.
Oh, that's
turmeric.
beautiful, Randall.
Look at that. I am pumped right now. I can't wait
Let's
to eat.
pour this little bit of gravy.
Okay. Look at that. That is, I mean, it's unbelievable. This whole kitchen is just full of spice and the smell. I'm putting a little extra garnish on these guys. Look at me. Look at me doing stuff. Look what I've learned.
You're doing a great job, Randall.
Presentation.
Great, great.
I'm so proud of myself right now, and this is smelling so good. Amrita, this is unbelievable. Coming up next, I go spice shopping with celebrity chef Vikram Vij. Welcome back to the Ayurvedic Way. In so many communities across Canada, there's wonderful ethnic markets, but many of us are intimidated to shop there. Vikram Vij is a celebrity chef from Vancouver who has a passion for spices. He says that using raw, fresh ingredients can increase blood flow and has direct health benefits. He showed me how to shop for spices at a local market. Vikram, every time I'm in your restaurant, it's just full of spices and it permeates and you get excited to eat the food. But I don't know how to shop for spice. I mean, I'm overwhelmed by all this stuff. First of all, what are these spices and what are their values to me in my health benefits?
Well, one of the things that the Indian food has always done is that each and every spice has a medicinal value to them. They've always had it, and the idea was that when you eat it, it produces heat in your body. When it produces heat, you sweat, and when you sweat in countries like India, which are so hot, it cools your body temperature down. So there is actually a medicinal value to all these spices.
So it's not just like, oh, they taste good.
No, it's not. They've always had some form of Ayurvedic medicinal values to them. Ayurveda is the medicine,
science of life.
Science of life and science of medicine as well, in a sense that it is more through generations that people have realized that, oh, if I eat this spice, this is what happens to you. It's not like it was carved in stone.
Right.
People just kind of tried different body.
It's been around for thousands of years.
Thousands of years. Exactly.
So take me into some of these spices. This is coriander.
So this is coriander.
Yep.
Coriander is when it ripens, it becomes cilantro, for example. So a lot of the Thai cooking uses cilantro. Coriander seeds is what cilantro will become. Cloves, black cardamom, red chilies, all these spices. Garam masala is one of the blends of different spices, which are the 5 different spices, and that produces heat into your body.
Now, when it comes to these kind of spices, I know a lot of times you'll use them whole and you'll heat them up so they pop. And how does that work? Because often you can get it in powder, you can get it in a whole form. Why should I get it in whole form sometimes?
Just because of the fact that if you have the time to roast your own spices, the oils come out of the spices. These natural oils will enhance the flavor of your dishes. So you might only need a little bit. At Vij especially, we roast our own spices, we grind our own spices, we buy them in bulk, which is on the other side. I'll show that to you. And you can buy them in bulk and then roast them and make your own garam masala.
Well, take me to where you get your spices, because there's these beautiful big bins. I want to go see some. Vikram, here's the big bins of this beautiful stuff. Look at this stuff. This is like a good curry.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Now, when you say curry, that's usually a blend of different spices that are put together, and it just makes it easier for somebody who's doing bulk cooking or cooking for lots of people, that they don't have the time to roast them. You can always come and buy these spices.
Again, ginger. Use a lot of ginger in here.
Lots of ginger.
Wow,
ginger is really good for you, medicinal value wise.
So this is already pre-ground, obviously.
This is pre-ground, probably comes from India and has already been ground. Now, the advantage to these spices is this, that you can use them, but you need to use them in a larger quantity, and the reason is because these are ground somewhere down in India and they've been shipped over here. So if you have the time, you do it yourself. If you don't, you can buy the spices from here. They'll taste the same. They'll have a different flavor to them. Obviously, every cuisine. The beauty of Indian cooking is that it's different every time you make it.
Because the spices change. They're almost like alive.
Exactly. It's like notes, right? Musical notes. The notes are the same. The cumin, the coriander, the cinnamon, the ginger, they're all the same. But everybody creates their own music. And that's the beauty of Indian cooking. It's so versatile. It is probably the largest democracy of food in the world because it can do whatever you want to do with it, and you can never go wrong.
I love that. And you get all these rich, beautiful flavors the way you mix it. For instance, Jita, what this is cumin?
Yeah, this is ground cumin.
Yeah.
Obviously ground. You know, somebody's roasted them and ground them already in bulk. So if you're a restaurant or somebody else and doesn't have the time to do that,
It's unbelievably
right. And the idea is that you always put it in your hand like this, and you rub it with your hand like that.
What does that do? Just kind of releases the.
It releases the flavors.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, so it's great. It's got.
I love that.
But I can smell it and I can say, okay, this has been roasted. I can see the spices there.
Well, thank you so much for talking about spices today. I've learned so much.
My pleasure.
All the best.
Thank you very much.
Everyone needs a little bit of spice in their life, and everyone needs a little spice in their workouts. Working out can be, well, mundane at times. It's a little routine. So make it interesting and be creative.
Welcome back to the Ayurvedic Way. Exercise and yoga naturally spice up our lives. They get our energy moving and invigorate us. As always, check with a physician first before starting a new routine.
Everyone needs a little bit of spice in their life, and everyone needs a little spice in their workouts. Working out can be, well, mundane at times. It's a little routine. So make it interesting and be creative. One way of being creative with push-ups is by adding a thing called ladders. What you're doing is adding a rep and a break, a rep and then a break. So what we're looking for is you do 1 rep, big breath in, push back up, take a 1-second break. Do 2 reps and a 2-second break. All the way up to maybe 3 to 5 push-ups total, then bring it back down from there. 4, 3, 2, 1. If you can make 5 or 6, you're doing real good. And I guarantee you, it'll spice up your routine. Till next time, start light and do it right.
Hip openers are great for relieving stress. Lie on your back with knees bent on the floor. Place the right foot over the left knee and clasp underneath the left knee with your hands. Ensure the pelvis remains square on the mat. Hip openers will relieve Vata as it calms the nervous system, relieving anxiety and providing a feeling of awakening and grounding.
Many of us know that exercise is a great way to increase our energy, but so is spice. Amrita, there's a simple teas. Most of us are used to just getting prepackaged tea, but you've showed us you can just grab spices, whole spices, pop them, and get all the nourishment right out of the spice.
Absolutely.
What is this one called here?
This is a brown rice tea. We call it an autumn tea because it's nice in the cooler weather. It keeps us warm. It's a bit warming. We have brown rice tea bags. Brown rice are filled with nutrition. Especially if you're not feeling fantastic, even if you are feeling great, it'll give you energy throughout the day.
So I'm taking these cardamom pods. Again, they come like that. I just take a knife, I crack them like that.
You do that so well, Randall.
So they still stay inside their pods, and I just fire them in there.
And they flavor the tea. Cardamom calms all the doshas.
We got the cloves.
Cloves.
Look at that, cinnamon bark, gorgeous.
Cinnamon bark, beautiful. And turmeric.
And famous turmeric that we use like seems like every 5 minutes around her, I'm using turmeric. I love it.
Turmeric has that slight bitter taste prized in Ayurveda. You can always sweeten this tea with a little bit of honey. It's a natural anti-inflammatory. It's a natural antibiotic. Great for sore throats. Looks really quite wonderful.
Look at that. That's
beautiful. If
beautiful.
you have a look at the color.
Yeah.
And you can leave that simmering until you finish drinking it. Sometimes you can add, sometimes what I do is add more water for a few hours and just keep sipping away at that tea.
Well, that's great. We'll let that simmer. We're going to pour it up, and then I can't wait to dig into all the great food that we made today. On this episode of the Ayurvedic Way, we've been talking about how you can spice up your life. And Amrita has been showing me how easy it is to use raw, fresh spices and just to make an excellent, tasty meal. What have we made today?
We've made a spicy eggplant curry where we popped the mustard seeds.
I love that. They're all over the place, putting the lid on. I love that stuff.
You're good at it too. There's the fish dish, which is sour cream, which was infused with all the spices and the caramelized onions. The ghee brings the sweet taste. So again, the 6 tastes are present at this meal that is so important in Ayurveda for bringing peace and harmony to the whole dinner table. This is the essential roll at every Ayurvedic meal, and there's the warming autumn tea, which is nourishing with the brown rice.
I mean, this is what you've showed me is how easy it is to make really great tasting food and not to be scared of putting some black mustard seeds in there and popping them. My kids would love this. Obviously, the guests would love this, and I can't wait to dig in to this great food. Thanks so much, Amrita. We hope you've enjoyed watching the Ayurvedic Way.